January 1st. Of all the days I have lived before, of all the days that lie ahead, now is the time to live my dreams, give life to my greatest goals, and live up to the incredible me I was born to be. And the wonderful, positive, promising, and unlimited world I have in front of me all begins with me, today. January 2nd. Now is a perfect time to get myself in shape. I choose to be healthy and fit, so I eat right, I get the exercise I need, and I make sure I get the right amount of rest and relaxation. And I make sure I give my mind a healthy diet of self-talk that builds my attitude, shows me at my best, and motivates me to reach my goals. January 3rd. Right now I choose to change my life for the better. With every choice I make, I am creating the successes I'm living today and the future I will be living tomorrow. In everything I do, I choose to find my best. January 4th. Today I make sure I have focus. When I want to reach a goal, I practice the great success habit of putting all of my attention and energy on one thing at a time. Because I have focus, my thinking is sharp, I see my goal clearly, I stay on target, I take action, and I get it done. January 5th. I know that people who achieve first choose to believe. So I make sure that my attitude is up, positive, optimistic, confident, and going for it. Today especially, I choose to believe in myself and believe in the winner that I am. I can do it, and I know I can. January 6th. I choose to surround myself with greatness, great goals, great supporters, great ideas, great mentors, great self-talk, great vision, great faith, and great belief in myself. January 7th. Today I get a clear picture of who I want to be. I decide what I need to do to improve myself in some way today, make the choice to do it, and make sure that every choice I make today will help me become the incredible person I want to be tomorrow. January 8th. Why do I feel so good about my future? It is because I choose to live with courage, strength, and an unstoppable belief in my ability to imagine the best, overcome challenges, and make things work. January 9th. Instead of wishing, wanting, waiting, or hoping for things to get better, I make things better every day. My future is not based on hoping for the best, my future will always be the positive result of how I think and what I do each day. January 10th. It's not what has happened in the past that matters, it's how I rise above it that counts. It's not about what I've gone through or endured, it's what I choose to do next that creates the incredible life I have in front of me. January 11th. It all gets down to what I believe about me. If I think I can do it, I can. If I believe I have it, I've got it. If I really want it, I go for it. If I truly believe in me, I'll prove it. January 12th. I see change as a natural part of life, the next pathway to my positive future, and the opportunity to grow. In any change that comes my way, I look for the opportunity in the change, I find a way to learn and grow because of it, and I make it work. January 13th. When it comes to my goals and my dreams, I let nothing or no one take them from me. I hold the key that opens the door to my own unlimited future. That future is mine. What I do with it is up to me. January 14th. A perfect description of me would include the words positive, strong, sincere, kind, caring, believing, goal-oriented, intelligent, energetic, full of life, and determined to live up to my best. That's me. That's the person I choose to become. That's the way I was born to be. January 15th. I choose to dream, to believe in, and to create the most remarkable, positive future for my world and for the life I'm living. I may be practical and down-to-earth in most things that I do, but when it comes to creating my own future, I also choose to dream, and I'm always willing to believe in the best. January 16th. I choose to have an incredible day. Positive and good in every way. My attitude starts with the words I say, and I choose to have an incredible day. January 17th. I take time for me. I know that my life works best when I set aside time that is just for me, so I plan it, and I do it. I make sure that I am strong in spirit, well rested, have peace of mind, and feel good about myself. To do that, I take time for me. January 18th. Right now is a great time to make the choice, gather my energy, fine-tune my focus, get a clear picture of what I want to accomplish, decide to do it, smile, say yes to myself, take a deep breath, and go for it. January 19th. My day today is up to me. So I choose to fill my day with high energy, have a great attitude, know that things are going right, and create a positive outcome in everything I do. My day today is up to me, and I choose to make today an incredible day. January 20th. I never let problems or challenges hold me back or stop me. Instead of letting problems get me down, I keep myself up. I keep my eye on the goal, take the right action, believe in the best, have faith, move on, and make my day a winning day. January 21st. I don't need someone to give me my success or to do it for me. All I need is a dream I believe in, a goal to achieve it, the enthusiasm to give it life, the decision to take action, and the determination to make it happen, and I will create my success from my dream. January 22nd. I don't wait for success to just happen or quietly hope for good fortune to come my way. When it comes to my success, I choose it, I create it, I go for it, and I make it happen. January 23rd. I never let the problems, troubles, or unrest in the world we live in get me down. Every day I keep my focus, work on my goals, and believe in the best outcome in everything I do. I make sure my attitude is always up, look for the bright, and find the good. January 24th. Today I choose to have a great attitude. How I feel about today and what I do with it is really up to me. So I choose, right now, to have an incredibly good attitude, feel great about myself, decide to go for it, and make today one of my best days ever. January 25th. I am not alone. I have my life, my dreams, my goals, and my determination to succeed. And I make sure I always surround myself with my undying faith, others who believe in me, and an unstoppable belief in myself. January 26th. I have vision. Every day I practice seeing the big picture, how life works and what I can do now to make my life work best. So I choose to have vision. I see the future I'm creating, and I see a future that works. January 27th. I know the great truth, that my life and what I do with it each day is up to me. I know that I alone am responsible for what I think, what I do, and what I say, and I practice being in control of my life every day, in every positive way. January 28th. I take time to improve myself, and I work at getting better at anything I do. I may be doing okay so far, but just watch me. Because I'm working at improving myself in some way every day, I will become even better tomorrow. January 29th. Every day I look for the good, and every day I find it. I find it in my family, in my work, in my friendships, in my thoughts, in my goals, in my future, in the world around me, and always in myself. Every day I look for the good, and I find it. January 30th. I will not be stopped when other people doubt me. I will not be held back by other people's fears. I have my goal, they have theirs. I have a road that is mine to follow, and I choose to believe in myself, follow my path, and keep going. And because I do, I will reach my goals, and I will win. January 31st. Today is a great day to help others succeed. I care about others, and it shows. I choose to help people get better in any way I can. And when I help others do better, my life gets better too. February 1st. Today I'm going for it. I know my goal, I know what I want to do, and I know that all I have to do is do it. So I choose to take control of my day, stop the excuses, put myself into motion, take action, put all of my energy into making it work, and refuse to stop until I reach the goal. February 2nd. Every day I choose to make the best of any situation. No matter what, I practice having a winning attitude, a can-do spirit, and a non-stop belief in making things work. And what does practicing having a great attitude do for my life? It makes it better in every way. February 3rd. I make the time to spend my time with people who are upbeat, positive, and going for it. The more I surround myself with people who succeed, the more positive I am, the more I learn, the better I do, and the more successful I become. February 4th. I never wait for someone else to lift me up, set my course, or get me moving. I know that my success is up to me. What I believe is what I achieve. And every day I choose to believe in the best and create my success. February 5th. I choose to be healthy in every way. I choose to eat right, get the nutrition I need, rest well, exercise often, be productive, look for the good, avoid negative people, avoid negative habits, help others, always think in a positive way, smile a lot, believe in the best, and always picture myself and my future living a life of health and success. February 6th. It's not luck that makes my life work, it's how I look at it. I choose to see the bright, find the good, believe in a positive outcome, and always have faith that I will overcome the challenges and succeed. And because that's how I choose to look at my life every day, time after time, I win. February 7th. Today I choose to focus on my goals, get a clear picture of what I need to do next, make the decision to take action, get my attitude in shape, put myself into motion, and make today a get-it-done day. February 8th. I am always mindful of being mindful. I am consciously aware of being aware. Because I'm mindful, I listen to what I say, and I also listen carefully to my thoughts. Because I'm mindful, I'm in control of what I think, what I say, and how I feel. February 9th. I choose to see my own future as a bright, positive, healthy, and exciting place to be. That's the future I choose to live. And today and every day, in everything I do, that's the future I choose to create. February 10th. When it comes to my attitude, I'm up. When it comes to my goal, I'm going for it. When it comes to staying with it, I'm there. And when it comes to making my day an incredible day, I'm on it, I've got it, and I'm making it happen. February 11th. When I change my self-talk, I change what I believe about myself. When I change what I believe about myself, I change my attitude. When I change my attitude, I change my feelings. When I change my feelings, I change my actions. And when I take the right actions, I create my success. February 12th. When I have doubt, I choose to have faith and believe in the best. When I feel I just can't win, I refuse to give up or give in. When I'm not sure about my purpose in life, I remind myself that I'm here for a reason. And when I wonder whether I can go on, I always choose to take one more step forward. February 13th. Of all the people who help me, influence me, or guide me in any way, the one person who has the most control over my thoughts, my actions, and the direction of my life is the person I spend the most time with each day. The one person who holds the key to who I am and who I will be is me. February 14th. I choose to live in the present. Because I focus on the now, I am alive, aware, and completely in touch with the life I am living. This day, this time, and this moment are a gift to me, and I choose to live this gift to the fullest. February 15th. I practice my people skills every day. I pay attention. I listen. I always build up and never tear down. I look for the good and I find it. I'm helpful, caring, supportive, and encouraging. I believe in people, and I let them know it. I care about others, and it shows. February 16th. I have been given the incredible gift of being me. So I choose to live up to the promise only I can fulfill. I have so much to discover and so much to live, so much to offer and so much to give. And every day I choose to live up to my best and to become the me I was created to be. February 17th. I do my best when I feel good about myself, and how I feel about myself is always up to me. So right now I take a good look at the real me and choose to like who I see. I can always get better, but I like who I am, and I'm glad to be me. February 18th. I am a person of exceptional quality. I have skills, talents, abilities, and potential that make me special in so many ways. That is the real me as I was intended to be. How do I know? That's the way God made me in the first place, and God makes winners, not mistakes. February 19th. I make sure that every goal I set and anything I plan to accomplish is not only of benefit to me, it will also be a force of good in the lives of anyone else it touches. February 20th. I don't mind it when others question my goals or think I can't reach them. I know that real winners win by following their greatest dreams rather than listening to the negative opinions of others. So I don't give up, and I don't give in. And because I keep believing in myself, I win. February 21st. I practice living each day in a peaceful, calm, and mindful way. The reason I do that is because it's a healthy, mature, and intelligent way to live, and it makes every day better. February 22nd. I can't wait to greet the day each morning. I have so many goals, dreams, and possibilities in front of me, and I choose to make my dreams come true. So every day I wake up, think up, get up, and go for it. February 23rd. I never allow other people's doubts, criticism, or lack of vision to stand in my way. I choose instead to set my own course, follow my own path, believe in myself, have my own vision, and make every day an incredible day. February 24th. I alone choose every thought I think. I alone am responsible for the direction of my day. I may be surrounded by the love, help, and support of others, but I alone must choose my path, and I alone will find my way. February 25th. I refuse to worry or let the challenges of the moment or the problems of the day get me down. I'm here, I'm alive, I'm alert, I'm awake, and aware, and I'm ready to make today a successful day in every way. February 26th. I choose to live my life by choice, not by chance. My success each day, each hour, and each moment is not up to luck or fortune, it is up to the choices I make. And because I choose success, I choose to make good choices. February 27th. Changing my life for the better by thinking right, thinking up, and choosing to succeed always works best with practice. So I practice looking at life in the most positive possible way every day. And the more I practice, the better I get. February 28th. I am attractive in many ways. I attract others to me. I attract their interest, I attract their positive attention, I attract their friendship, and I attract their belief. I attract the very best in everyone. Therefore, I am attractive. February 29th, for leap year. Sometimes, when my dreams are high enough and the challenges are big enough, it takes a leap of faith to get me there. But I have my plan, I know the goal, I take the leap, and I get there. March 1st. I know that loss, and losing someone or something very important in my life, can seem unfair in every way. So I choose to do my best to accept the truth of my loss, continue to trust in a brighter, more sensible day to come, have the patience to wait for the sunrise, and believe with all my heart that the light is coming. March 2nd. Why do I wait for something better? Why would I put off my future when I can start right now? Today I choose to take control of my life, decide what I want to do next, set my goals, put myself into action, and take a clear, positive step up into my own unlimited future. March 3rd. I make choices that keep me fit. I eat right, and I feel good about taking great care of myself. I know that my fitness starts with my attitude, so I make sure my attitude about my diet and the food I eat is healthy and positive and always helps me live up to my best. March 4th. I manage my thoughts, my feelings, what I do, and what I say. I never get angry for any wrong reason, and I'm always in control of myself. I am mature, experienced in life, very thoughtful, considerate of others, and I choose to be in control of who I am, how I feel, and everything I say and do. March 5th. I have patience. I understand that some things take time. When I need to get something done, I do it, but when I have to wait for time to run its course, I consciously take the time to understand, wait with an attitude of calm and quiet, and appreciate the opportunity to watch my world work. March 6th. I pay attention. I am aware of being aware. I see and hear things that other people may never notice. And in every moment, I am aware of the moment I'm in. I'm aware of everything important around me, what's happening, and why, and how I can live this moment in my life in the most aware, awake, and alive way. March 7th. I refuse to ever let unnecessary worry or fear rule my life. I'm strong, I'll get through it, I'll get past it, and I'll be better because of it. Anytime I feel worries or fears tugging at my mind, I immediately give myself the self-talk that says, I'm up to this. I can do this. I'm strong. I'm capable. I'm bigger than the problem, and this too shall pass. March 8th. I like to smile and I love to laugh. I make sure that every day is a day that is filled with joy, laughter, happiness, and feeling good about being alive and being me in every positive way. I know that happiness is a habit and a way of life, and I make sure my own happiness is a part of every day I live. March 9th. I don't just stop and smell the roses. Every day, day after day, I stop and appreciate my life. I always remember that every day I live is a day filled with countless blessings, endless hope, and unlimited promise. Just to be here and to be me is an incredible blessing, and I know it and I show it every day. March 10th. I am more than I could have ever imagined. I am responsible, and I always take care of my work and the day-to-day obligations of my life. But there is more to me than my work or the daily details of my life. My possibilities are endless, my future is unlimited, and I always take the time to remember that I was also designed to soar with the eagles. March 11th. Money may be essential, and having enough is important. But wealth, to me, is more than dollars and material possessions. I choose to measure my life not by how much I can possess, but by who I am as a person, what I'm doing with my gifts, and how much I'm helping others. March 12th. I will never stop seeking and learning. I choose to listen, study, find new interests, always be curious, keep an open mind, correct myself, learn new things, keep on growing, and never stop. As long as I am here, I will not only excel, I will truly live. March 13th. I choose to practice the incredible art and skill of daydreaming. I get rid of the limits, go beyond the boundaries, and in my mind, fly to the farthest reaches of my imagination. When I'm dreaming of the endless universe of potential that surrounds me, I am wiring my brain to take me there. March 14th. I choose to be happy. I know that being happy, day by day, is a choice. And because happiness is also physically healthy, attitude adjusting, mood elevating, emotionally stabilizing, success generating, immediately uplifting, day changing, and contagious, I choose to be happy. March 15th. I refuse to let setbacks or disappointments get me down. That's life, and life is exactly as good as I choose to make it. So I choose to see life in the most positive, optimistic way. I always deal with the challenges of today, but I never forget the unlimited possibilities of tomorrow. March 16th. I choose to live a life that adds to the lives of others. I believe in, care about, uplift, support, and encourage others. Living in service to the lives of others adds value, purpose, and meaning to my life every day. March 17th. I think twice. If someone says something to me that I could take the wrong way, I think twice. When I hear something that could anger or upset me, I think twice. And when I see someone I disapprove of for no apparent reason, I think twice. Before I allow myself to think negatively about anyone at any time, I think twice. March 18th. I choose my work and I enjoy what I do. I choose to make each workday important, positive, and productive. Through my work, I practice and improve my skills and abilities, I help take care of my family and home, I create service to others, and I find fulfillment that is rewarding in many positive ways. March 19th. When I go to work, I make the choice to make it a good day. I look forward to my work, and I perform my responsibilities with enthusiasm. I make each workday a good day. Because how I feel about my work is up to me, I make it positive in every way. March 20th. When something happens that gets me down, I make sure that I always get back up. I know that life happens, and not every day can be like I'd like it to be, but that doesn't bother me. I make sure my attitude is up, bright, and positive, and ready for the possibilities of the next day to come. March 21st. I practice being level, stable, and strong. I don't let everyday problems throw me or upset my day. When I face a problem, I deal with it and go on living. That's just life, and I love life, and I'm glad to be here. March 22nd. I practice having a happy, positive mind. The more optimistic I am, the more I train and prepare my brain for success. The more positively I see my life, the more opportunities come my way, the more doors are open to me, the more I grow, and the more peace of mind and happiness I create. March 23rd. I could see each day and the world around me as down, negative, filled with problems, and nothing but obstacles and stress. But I choose instead to see each day as an incredible gift, a positive opportunity to live up to my best, get better every day, and be thankful for the chance to go for it. March 24th. I refuse to measure my life by comparing myself to anyone else. I am living my life for my reasons, my purpose, and my destiny, not theirs. My goal is not to be as good as someone else, my goal is to be as good as I was created to be. March 25th. I listen to my regular, everyday voice. But I also listen carefully to the voice that is the higher, wiser part of me. To hear my wiser inner voice, I make sure that I take the time, find the quiet, go within, be patient, and listen carefully. And the more I listen, the better my life works. March 26th. When something goes wrong, or when I'm very disappointed, instead of thinking that life is against me, I choose to think about what is right with my life. I always find that when I add things up, there is far more positive than negative. Life is working, and if I want things to go my way, it's up to my attitude and up to me. March 27th. I choose to be alive, alert, and aware. I am endlessly curious, interested in new things, always ready to learn, and getting smarter every day. I'm not just hoping or wishing I could improve who I am. I'm practicing personal growth every day, and it's working. March 28th. I know that the path I choose to take in life is mine to find and mine to follow. I may have guidance and support along the way, and some of my steps may ask for the help and belief of others, but the path I follow is mine to choose and up to me. March 29th. I am an active thinker and never a lazy thinker. Instead of letting my mind drift aimlessly from thought to thought, I practice being consciously aware of every thought I think. With practice, I not only become more mindful of my own thoughts, but I choose thoughts that are clear, lead me forward, and improve my life. March 30th. I am trustworthy and reliable. Other people can count on me, and I can count on myself. What I say I will do, I do. I make sure I do not overcommit, and I always keep the commitments I agree to. Being reliable and worthy of trust is a choice, and it is a choice I have made. I am trustworthy and reliable. March 31st. I am always considerate. I care about others, and it shows. I am understanding and mindful of other people's thoughts, beliefs, circumstances, and paths in life. No one has to remind me to walk in the shoes of others, I walk in their shoes every day. And because I do, I am always considerate. April 1st. I never let myself overstress or get upset with the unimportant things in life. I take life seriously, but never more seriously than it deserves to be taken. I stay practical, always keep my balance, make sure my vision of tomorrow is clear and strong, and let the small things pass. April 2nd. I don't have to have the last word to be happy. I don't have to win an argument to be strong. I don't have to make myself heard just to prove I have a point. I don't have to be right to prove I'm not wrong. I like who I am, I have endless quality and an incredible mind, and I don't have to prove it to anyone. April 3rd. I choose to wire unnecessary stress out of my brain and out of my life. I know that I control my thoughts. I can override any thought that doesn't belong, and each day I consciously choose thoughts that are peaceful, calming, positive, and helpful. April 4th. When the wrong thought tries to step into my mind, I immediately repeat the self-talk that says, I am in control of what I think. I choose to think positive, believe in the best, see the unlimited opportunities in front of me, appreciate the day, and enjoy this moment. April 5th. I like to play. I love to have fun. I love to be happy in the moment and be open to the amazing, positive world all around me. I'm serious and practical when I need to be, but I never forget that there is another world where I am full of fun, truly alive, and in love with life just around the corner. April 6th. I am wealthy in so many ways. I have more in my life at this moment than many people have ever dreamed of having. So instead of starting each day worrying about what I'm missing, I begin my day with gratitude for what I have. April 7th. I like to live from both sides of my brain. From one side I get lines straight and figure things out. From the other side I feel the peace that sunsets create and find the joys in my life. Both sides of my brain are part of who I am, and I practice using both of them every day. April 8th. I practice letting go. When it's time to move on or move past something in my life that is not part of my future, I think it through. I'm always mindful of the consequences of what I do next, and if it's right to let it go, I let it go. April 9th. I am kind, loving, and caring. In a world where kindness and caring for others can be overlooked by the demands of the day, I never forget what life is really about. In my world, life is about love, caring, and service to others. In the final moments of the life I'm living, I will know that a life of love, caring, and service to others was what I came here for in the first place. April 10th. I choose to never compare my own accomplishments to the achievements of others. I choose, instead, to spend my time improving myself and finding ways I can do better, not so that I can rise above someone else, but so I can learn to rise above myself. April 11th. I make every morning important. When I awake, I always greet the day with gratitude for my life and appreciation for being here, this one day. Then I think about what I can do today to express my life in the most positive, helpful way and make the world a better place because I am here and get to live my life this one day. April 12th. I think for myself. I may listen to others and measure what they say, but I determine for myself the truths of my life. Instead of following blindly, I think for myself. Instead of accepting what everyone else thinks or does, I think for myself. And when, each day, I take the next step into my future, I think for myself. April 13th. I dream big, but I'm also very practical. I set specific goals, I put my plans in writing, and I take each action step I need to take. I dream great dreams, but I also take every step I need to take to make my dreams come true. April 14th. I find happiness when I begin my day with gratitude, find something that is meaningful or beautiful that I notice during the day, do something of value, and go to sleep knowing I helped someone else in some way that day. April 15th. When I look at others, I choose to see their qualities in how they look, how they present themselves, and the glow of life around them. When I look for it, I always see the best in others. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I do the exact same thing. April 16th. When I stumble or stall, I don't wait for life to make things better or for someone else to get me up and get me moving again. When I stall, I stand up and take one step forward. And then I take another step, and then another. Because I always keep moving, I am never stalled for long. April 17th. When I'm having a conversation with someone, I don't have to be smarter than the other person, I don't have to be the one who's always right, and I don't have to win. I just want to live up to my highest potential, learn everything I can, express myself well, and contribute something worthwhile to any conversation I'm a part of. April 18th. I never say meaningless words just to be talking or speak in empty thoughts or sentences. What I choose to say counts, and other people know it. My conversation is not idle, my words are clear, thoughtful, meaningful, and worthy of the quality of character I am creating within me. April 19th. I slow life down by controlling the thoughts I think and the focus of my mind. I never allow the meaningless, high-speed chaos of the world around me to pull me into its race to nowhere. I stand quietly outside of the rush, away from the noise, calmly focused on a precious moment in a beautiful day. April 20th. I listen to the quiet voice within me that is wise, caring, understanding, and always there when I choose to listen. I go to a quiet place in my mind, ask my question in clear, simple words, and wait for an answer. When I ask my question, wait with patience, and listen carefully, the answer always comes. April 21st. I choose to listen to the earliest dreams of my childhood and the unlimited possibilities for the life that I saw in my youth. So I stop now, see clearly the person I wanted to be, and ask myself the question, have I lived my dream? And if I haven't, could I still? April 22nd. Each day my self-talk wires my brain with a picture of the person I will become tomorrow. If I am down on me, my brain will believe it, wire it in, and pull me down. If I am up on me, my brain will be wired to help me succeed. The truth is, my tomorrow is up to me. April 23rd. I am a person of quality. I speak clearly, tell the truth, choose to be strong, and am a person of direction and goals. I am honest with myself and others. I have both dreams of unlimited potential and the humility to appreciate every blessing that comes to my life. April 24th. I'm never uncaring or indifferent to others. People count in the smallest and biggest ways, and I let them know it. I look people in the eye, I acknowledge their presence, I show them respect, and I let them know I care. After all, I am one of them. April 25th. I have good manners. I am courteous and respectful. I pay attention to others. I open the door for others, allow others to go first, always say a please and a thank you, and wait my turn to speak. That's not being lower or less than others, that's a person of quality having good manners. April 26th. I watch my old programs playing out in my mind, and I realize why I have had to work so hard in my life. In my old programs I see my own resistance to making changes in my life, my own unnecessary fears about my ability to survive and do well, and old programs that doubt the successes of my own future. They are all old, negative, and unnecessary programs, and I choose to get rid of them. I no longer need them, and I will do much better without them. April 27th. I know that the most important words I ever say are the words I say to myself. So I make sure I give myself the right dreams, the right goals, the right direction, the right attitude, the right strength, and thankfulness for what I achieve. April 28th. I know that every thought I think or message I get can physically rewire my brain. So I never let anyone without my approval rewire my brain for me. That would include friends, family, work associates, television, social media, or any source of the messages I get. My programs are my choice, not theirs. April 29th. When I think about quitting or giving up on something important to me, and I know I should keep going, I take time to get my thinking right. I remember my purpose, I regain my focus, I choose to make things work, and I come back stronger than ever. April 30th. I know that people who smile more live more. When the smile on my face comes from within, knowing I'm working with purpose, having good goals, living each day in a positive way, and being thankful for the chance to be here, I'm creating the smile that helps my life work right. May 1st. I almost never get angry. I choose instead to pause, give it time, think it through, reconsider the other person's point of view, and think into the future beyond the problem, so I can see just how important or unimportant this problem really is. May 2nd. I make it a point to get along with others, even if their thinking and life are different from mine. I choose to work on my own life, and I refuse to spend a moment worrying unnecessarily about someone else's. May 3rd. I take time to stop and smell the roses. I am mindful of my day each day, and how many moments I would miss if I didn't practice slowing down, opening my eyes, seeing much more, listening for more, and catching the smallest details of my life, instead of letting them rush on by. While I'm here, I choose to be really here. May 4th. I choose to be wise. Wisdom comes from learning from my experiences, thinking things through, always thinking before I speak, considering more points of view than my own, and never speaking without having something worthwhile to say. I choose to be wise, and it is a choice that helps me every day in many positive ways. May 5th. I'm never lazy. I may take time for myself, sometimes do little or nothing for a time, and get the rest and healthy replenishment that I need. But I know that focused thought and taking action improve my life, and I make sure I create plenty of positive thought and positive action to move me forward and upward to my greatest potential. May 6th. I'm good at taking care of the present, but I also take time to practice looking far into the future. I may not control or direct everything that lies ahead, but the clearer the vision I create of my own future, the better I do at making it work. May 7th. It's not me, it's my programs. If it isn't working, it's not the way I was born to be, it's the programs I received or gave to myself. If I want to do something wonderful with my life, I can get rid of the programs that work against me, imagine the future I'd like to live, and go ahead and do it. The only thing that can stop me is me. May 8th. When it comes to my life, I don't need help from people who are pushing, pleading, coaxing, controlling, or demanding. I do best with people who are reassuring, helping, supporting, encouraging, and believing. May 9th. I find beauty in my life every day. I look for it, and I find it. I find something beautiful in the smallest moments, from a simple smile to a morning sunrise to the sound of a child's laughter. Because I look for it, I find beauty in my life every day in so many ways. May 10th. I make sure I have balance in my life. When I keep things balanced, I'm adding very important leveling to my life. When it comes to balance in anything I do, whether it is work, play, the food I eat, how I spend my time, the friends I choose, the sleep I get, or the goals I set, I use the self-talk that says, everything has a right amount, and I always create the right amount of balance in my life. May 11th. I always treat people well. If I were the wisest, most understanding, caring person on earth, I would never question how I should treat someone, no matter what, I would always treat them right. So when it comes to how I treat people, I choose to be the wisest, most understanding, caring person on earth. May 12th. How far can I see? I can see tomorrow and see myself taking steps to reach my goals. How far can I see? I can see months and years from now and see what I will have reached. How far can I see? I can see the future and who I will become. How far can I see? I can see the stars. May 13th. Most of the limits I see in front of me are the limits I created for myself. Getting rid of my limits takes practice and the right self-talk, and I make sure my self-talk shows me what I can do, not what I cannot. Because I choose to see beyond my limits, my opportunities are expanding every day. May 14th. I find the joy. I know that when I take the time to look for it and experience it, joy is all around me. And because I know joy is near, I don't just wait for it to come to me. I choose to look for the joy, I find the joy, and I feel the joy every single day. May 15th. I choose to think about my self-talk today and be consciously aware of everything I think and say. Because I am mindful and aware, and because I'm making sure it's the right self-talk, I'm making today work great and my future work even better. May 16th. I know that being reliable is a choice, and I am always reliable. I am able to trust and rely on others, and they can trust me and rely on me. I choose to be trustworthy and dependable, and I am reliable in every positive way. May 17th. Because I have learned to be kind to myself, I am always able to be kind to others. I care about myself, and it shows, and how I treat others is always a reflection of how I feel about myself. May 18th. I am never afraid to stand up for myself. I never argue needlessly or put myself above others. But when it's time to take care of myself, I'm always willing to be a champion of me. May 19th. I believe in myself. I know that believing in me is a choice, so I choose to like who I am, be confident in my qualities, believe in my potential, and believe in the best outcome of anything that I do. May 20th. Of all the roads I could walk, I choose to walk the road that helps others walk theirs. May 21st. I choose to control unnecessary stress in my life by making sure that I practice good health habits, look at the brighter future beyond the problems of the moment, consciously bring myself to a quiet place of peace in my mind, and know that within me, all is well. May 22nd. Each night before I go to sleep, I ask myself the question, what did I learn today that will help me do better tomorrow? When I do this, I keep myself aware of my personal growth, aware of my responsibility to myself, and aware of the endless opportunities to help me grow. May 23rd. I love happiness. I choose it, I create it, I find it, and I make sure it's a big part of my day. The more I practice being happy each day, the happier I am. May 24th. I refuse to be negative. I'm a realist. I deal with life, and I let negative things go. Anything that drains my energy or my spirit is not healthy to hold on to, and I give it no space in my mind or in my life. May 25th. My attitude is my business, and what I do with it is up to me. My attitude, my mood, and my outlook on life are mine to choose, and no one else has the right to choose them for me. No matter where I am, what I'm doing, or who I'm with, my attitude is my choice, and it's always up to me. May 26th. I keep the positive child within me alive and well. I am curious, I am interested in everything. I find life full of exciting ideas and opportunities. I'm always learning something new. I have endless dreams about my tomorrows, and I can't wait for the next day to come. May 27th. I take the time to listen to the positive ideas I learn from others. I find good ideas everywhere. I look for ideas that increase my knowledge, my skills, and my awareness. I am open to new ideas. I learn from them, and my life always gets better because of them. May 28th. I practice using positive self-talk every day. Because I do, I have better days, I am happier, I think better, my attitude is brighter, I deal with problems and move past them, and I open my mind to wonderful things to come. May 29th. When I have a problem that I think I cannot solve, I remind myself that I can. I learn everything I can about the problem, think it through carefully, do my best to be very objective, make a list of the possible solutions, write a list of the steps I will take to overcome the problem, and take the first step. May 30th. I will never stop dreaming. I choose to dream of the amazing, unlimited possibilities in front of me. When I take the limits off, open my mind to endless possibilities, and begin to imagine myself already being there, I am today creating the future that one day will be mine. May 31st. Today I choose to find at least one thing to be thankful for, one thing to be happy about, one thing that helps me grow, one thing to look forward to, and at least one thing to do that helps someone else. June 1st. I am able to forgive and forget. I never spend my time being angry, holding a grudge, or adding any negative energy to my life. My brain is busy recording everything I think and feel, and I make sure my brain is recording love, forgiveness, and understanding. And what my brain records most is who I am becoming. June 2nd. When I have a job to do that might seem difficult or uninteresting to me, I change the job by changing the way I think about it. By seeing the job in a positive way, I feel good about putting myself into action and getting the job done. June 3rd. I deal with fear by taking action or dismissing it. If the fear is something real that I need to deal with, I decide what to do next, and I take action. If the fear is something I should ignore, I dismiss it, put it out of my mind, and immediately replace it with something positive. June 4th. People like me. They don't see the flaws I have imagined that I have, they see the qualities I have that make me who I am. And when people like me, I don't question it, wonder about it, or think it isn't true. I just accept it, people like me. June 5th. I notice some of the smallest things in my life. I pay attention to things that, before, I may never have been aware of, in what I hear, what I see, and everything I sense around me. By practicing bringing the details of my world into focus, I keep my mind clear, sharp, alert, and aware. June 6th. I create quiet in my mind. No matter what is going on around me, I practice going within myself to find that special place of peace, harmony, and quiet. And from that stillness comes strength, understanding, clarity, and balance. When I practice creating quiet in my mind, I create balance in my life. June 7th. I am stronger than the problem. No matter what it is I face, I know that I have the strength to stand up to it and the determination to overcome it. So I deal with it, and I move past it. June 8th. I see life as more than the world I live in each day. I see life as learning great lessons, filled with opportunities for joy, the chance to learn to love myself and to truly love others, and the time for me to become the person I was intended to be. June 9th. I have courage. There are times I may be uncertain or afraid, but because I choose to have courage, I replace my doubts with determination, and I change my fear to faith. And that creates my victories. June 10th. I have respect. I respect others, their time, their accomplishments, and their point of view. I also respect myself. And because I like who I am and respect who I am, other people respect me too. June 11th. I don't avoid the challenge, I face it. I don't fear the new, I embrace it. I don't mind the work, I enjoy it. And I don't dread the day, I thank it. June 12th. I have self-discipline. When I need to be in control of my attitude, my thoughts, my words, my actions, or my day, I have the right self-talk and positive self-discipline to be in control of myself and everything I think or do. June 13th. I take pride in who I am, how I think, and what I do. I am never conceited and I never have false pride, but I take honest, healthy pride in my choices to be a quality person and live a quality life. And I am proud of the person I have chosen to be. June 14th. I have compassion. I care deeply about people, their lives, and so many things in this life that need our love and understanding. I know that true compassion is expressed without the expectation of reward. But because I feel and care deeply, my life is immeasurably richer. June 15th. I love to laugh. I have a great sense of humor. Part of life is a comedy, so I see life's little missteps for what they really are, and I enjoy every moment of laughter they bring. I love to laugh. It's healthy, it makes me happy, and it's something I do every day. June 16th. I have focus. I practice paying attention to one thing at a time and giving it my full attention. Because I have focus, I'm able to put all of my mental energy into anything I choose that's important to me, and I practice improving my focus every day. June 17th. I'm a great communicator. I express myself well. I take the time to know what I'm thinking. I get a clear picture of my thoughts in my mind, and I express my thoughts and words clearly and simply, so I am always understood. June 18th. I keep my feelings and emotions in check. There are many things I feel strongly about, and I show it. But I also make sure that I am in control of my emotions, and they are never in control of me. June 19th. I'm good at dealing with conflict. I don't create conflict or seek it out, but when conflict comes my way, I immediately focus my mind on resolving it in the most positive possible way. I understand it, I deal with it, and I do everything I need to do to resolve it. June 20th. I'm fun to be around, fun to know, and fun to be with. That's because, along with being genuinely interested in others, I practice finding the joy, having a great sense of humor, and living on the good-natured side of life. June 21st. I am very creative. I practice seeing things in new and different ways. I find alternatives and look for new solutions to any problem or opportunity. Being creative gives me unlimited chances to grow, learn, and make life a joyous place to be. June 22nd. I have vision. I see life beyond the moment, beyond the day, and into a future of endless possibilities. Because every day I practice having unlimited vision in anything I think or do, I am literally creating an unlimited future in front of me. June 23rd. I make good decisions. I think about my choices with intention, focus, and clarity. I think about what is right, what is best, both for me and for others, what the goal is, and what my intuition tells me. I study my choices, and I make good decisions. June 24th. I am determined. When I have a goal and I'm doing what I know is right, I refuse to stop, give up, or give in. When I have an objective that is worthy of me and worthy of being fulfilled, I keep going until I reach it. June 25th. I focus on the job at hand, but I also focus on the results I'm creating. With any activity, job, or task, I look ahead and imagine the end results of my activity. The more I visualize the benefits I'm creating, the more energy I put into the job at hand. June 26th. I'm very likable. I have a long list of positive qualities, and there are a lot of things about me to like. Right now, as I think about this, I mentally go over my list of things about me that people like. If I ever wonder about myself, I just go over my list of likables, and once again, I feel great. June 27th. I'm good at overcoming adversity. No matter what the problem or challenge may be, I am determined to deal with it, overcome it, get past it, learn from it, and do better because of it. June 28th. I have no habits that are harmful to me in any way. I get rid of any habit that could harm me and keep those habits that build me up and improve my life. I choose to be positive and healthy in every area of my life. June 29th. I don't just plan to do great and incredible things with my life, I choose to create them and make them happen. I work at living a quality life, I think about what I want to accomplish, and I make sure I grow and improve in some way every day. June 30th. I am strong, capable, and willing to do what I need to do to make my life work. I care about others, and they help me in many ways, but when it gets down to it, my success in anything I do is up to me. And I choose to go for it, own my success, and make my life work. July 1st. When it comes to creating my best possible future, I have patience. I am willing to work for, and wait for, the positive results of my efforts to come into my life. I think ahead, plan ahead, and stay with it. And I'm willing to be patient and wait for the results. July 2nd. When someone says, I cannot, I answer, why not? When someone says, it's impossible, I answer that nothing is any more impossible than I believe it to be. And today, with my incredible attitude and positive self-talk working for me, anything good is possible. July 3rd. There is nothing that can stop me or hold me back from my own success and my unlimited future. When it comes to my future, what counts most is me and the next choice I make. July 4th. I take the time to appreciate the many blessings and the wonderful opportunities one am given each day. I may get busy taking care of the day at hand, but I am never too busy to be thankful for what I have. July 5th. I consciously create peace, calm, and quiet contentment in my life. During each day, I practice stopping for a moment, taking a few slow, deep breaths, recognizing that I am on my journey, glad to be here, thankful for the moment, and at peace with my day and my life. July 6th. I am always ready to forgive others, but I also remember to forgive myself. I'm not perfect, I'm still learning, so I expect the best and forgive the rest. July 7th. I choose to create abundance in my life, always healthy, always good, always more than I need, and always enough to share with others. With my attitude, the choices I make, and the actions I take, I create abundance in my life. July 8th. When I see it in the right light, life is wonderful and beautiful, today especially. That's what I choose. That's how I choose to see my day. July 9th. I choose to make today an incredible day. I'm here, I've got everything I need to make today one of my best days ever, and I've got an entire world of positive opportunities in front of me. July 10th. Today I choose to be in a great mood all day, smile a lot, learn something new, uplift someone who needs encouragement, spend time improving myself, enjoy my day, and really like who I am. July 11th. Problems don't bother me. When a challenge comes up that requires my attention, I take care of it. I focus on the problem, study it, make sure I understand it, deal with it, take the necessary action, and move on. July 12th. I make sure I'm headed in the right direction. I keep looking forward and I keep moving. I don't stop, doubt, or hesitate. I concentrate on the goal, keep my focus, stay positive, take action, and make every day count. July 13th. Today I choose to believe in my dreams, focus my vision, set my sights, get a clear, bright picture of my most important goal, and take a giant step forward. Today is the day I grab my goal and go for it. July 14th. Any doubts I might have had about myself in the past were nothing more than old programs that weren't true in the first place. Today I have faith, I have drive, I have determination, and I have belief. I can do this, and I know I can. July 15th. Today I know what I want. I have a clear picture of my goal. I replace my doubts with determination, conquer my fears with faith, stop putting off my own success, and take action now. July 16th. Today and every day, I choose to use the gift of choice. Each day I choose how I will spend my time, what I will think, and even what my attitude will be. I know that life is a series of choices, and I choose to make my life work right. I choose to choose. July 17th. I make sure that I take time for myself. I help others, love them, and care about them, but I also care about me. I make sure that I rest, relax, and do the things that give me peace, restore my strength, and replenish my spirit. July 18th. My whole world is in front of me today. I have countless opportunities. I have unlimited potential. I have an incredible attitude. I have non-stop belief. And I have me. It's a perfect day to love my life and go for it. July 19th. I never give up and I never give in. Instead of letting problems stop me or hold me back, I look forward to my future, deal with the problem, and keep moving. July 20th. I keep a clear picture of my goals in front of me at all times, today especially. I see each of my goals. I believe in my ability to reach them. I take every action step I need to take. And I make sure I achieve them. July 21st. I know that my attitude is entirely up to me, so I choose to keep my attitude up. Even when things seem down or difficult, I know the one thing I can always count on is my own bright, positive, winning attitude. No matter what, I keep my attitude up. July 22nd. Today I vote yes to success. I was born to succeed, that's how I think. That's what I do. That's how I live. And that's who I am. When it comes to success, I vote yes. July 23rd. When I want to accomplish something that's important to me, I give myself the self-talk that says, I have the dream. I have the goal. I have the faith. I have the drive. I have the determination. And I have what it takes to reach my goal. July 24th. I do everything I need to do when I need to do it. I make sure I know what needs to be done. I have a practical action plan to follow. I schedule my time to get it done. And I do it. July 25th. Living up to my potential is up to me. Doing great is my choice. So I never underestimate myself or what I can do. When it comes to what I can accomplish and the positive good I can achieve, I never count me out. I always count me in. July 26th. I choose to share my time with people who choose to win. Together we can achieve any goal, reach the highest levels of success, change our lives, and help change the world for the better. So I've made the choice to surround myself with positive people who believe in success, and together we win. July 27th. I know that I am responsible for creating the dreams I choose to live in my life, and I am responsible for making them come true. So I visualize the dreams, follow my plan, take the next step, and make my dreams happen. July 28th. I keep myself motivated. Each day I visualize myself reaching my goals and living my dream. I know what I want to achieve, I take action, I work my plan, I stay with it, and I get things done. I am focused, filled with energy, and very, very motivated. July 29th. Today I choose to turn any doubts I've had into powerful, positive self-talk that says, I believe in myself. I can do this, and I know I can. July 30th. I often thank the people around me for being who they are and for making my life better in so many ways. I don't have to wait for a special occasion to thank them. I thank them often, just because I appreciate them for who they are. July 31st. I know that at any time, on any day, I can choose my attitude. And if I'm really determined to have it, that's the attitude I will have. So I choose, right now, today, to have an attitude that is positive, focused, healthy, upbeat, successful, and going for it. August 1st. Why would I put off a better future when I can start right now? Today I choose to take control of my life, decide what I want to do next, set my goals, put myself into action, and take a clear, strong step forward into my own incredible, unlimited, positive future. August 2nd. I live each day in the light of sharing, giving, helping, supporting, and service to others. I care about them as I care about me. August 3rd. How do I make life work best? I choose my self-talk, look for the good, help others, avoid negative habits, avoid negative people, smile a lot, think in a positive and practical way, and work every day to create a life of health and success. August 4th. When a challenging or difficult day comes to an end, I let it go. Instead of dwelling on the problems of the day, I focus on what I have learned and my choice to have a better day tomorrow. August 5th. I am mindful. Throughout each day, I am consciously aware of being aware of my attitude, my actions, my thoughts, and my words. Because I am mindful, I control the direction of my mind and the direction of my day. August 6th. When it comes to my goals, the most important thing I can do is to believe in myself. I can set goals, be strong, and work hard, but if I want to succeed, I must choose to believe I can. August 7th. Of all the things I have, of all the things that are important to me, the one thing I can always count on is me and my heart, my mind, my faith, and my absolute determination to live my life in a positive way. August 8th. I know that my brain is constantly rewiring itself with every message it gets. Every input I receive, from anyone or anywhere, counts. That's why I choose to spend my time with people who are positive, upbeat, believing, and going for it. What my mind hears most creates the person I will become. August 9th. I like reaching goals, being organized, staying productive, keeping fit, looking forward, learning new things, feeling great, staying positive, smiling a lot, doing my best, helping others, and always getting better. And every one of those things is up to me. August 10th. The moment I begin to doubt, I think about the best outcome. The moment I fear, I feel the real strength I have within me. And the moment I think I'm not enough, I remember that I am not alone. With my faith and my undying belief, I am greater than anything that could come against me. August 11th. I count. I add value to the world around me, the people in my life, and everything I do. I was not born to be average or indifferent, I was born to make a difference. My value as an individual, my thoughts, my feelings, my goals, my words, and my actions all count. And I prove it every day. August 12th. I choose to be successful in some way every day. I see mistakes as learning, problems as opportunities, setbacks as starting points, and limitations as a chance to grow. Every new day is an open doorway to my unlimited future and one more day to practice becoming the incredible me I was intended to be. August 13th. I never allow negative people to darken my day. They have their life, I have mine. So I refuse to let anyone's negativity affect my day in any way. When I hear someone's a negative, I automatically replace it with my own healthier positive. I think right. I think positive. And because I do, my day works. August 14th. I know that I have a limited number of hours and minutes to live up to my best each day. So today I choose to use my time in the best possible way. I plan it, I do it, I stay with it, I reach my goals, and I make today count. August 15th. I manage my life by the thoughts I think. My day begins with my very first thought. I live with my thoughts throughout the day, and each day ends with the last thought I think. Every day is filled with the thoughts that control my life, and every one of them is mine. What I do with each of them is entirely up to me. August 16th. I live each day with the absolute determination to live that day in the very best way. And when I go to sleep each night, I look forward with positive enthusiasm to a brand new day tomorrow. August 17th. My mind does best when it is constantly stimulated and forced to tackle new obstacles in new ways, and continually confronted with new ideas, new opportunities, and new possibilities. So I set new goals, love the challenge, and improve my mind. August 18th. If I had just one day to do what I need to do, I would not stop, I would not wait, I would not fear, and I would not give up or give in. That is the way I see today. I know what I need to do, and I do it. August 19th. There has never been a better day than today to work for what I want to achieve. There has never been a better time than right now to take action. And there has never been a better moment than this one to let myself know I can do it. August 20th. Who says I was born with purpose and potential? Who says I can be the incredible person I was meant to be? Who says I can reach any goal I set for myself? Who says I can be the winner I choose to be? Who says all that, and who believes it about me? I do. August 21st. I choose to create quiet time in my life, time for my thoughts, time for my dreams, time to be thankful, and time to create the amazing life I choose to live tomorrow. When I take time for myself, I'm not borrowing time from something else, I'm creating the incredible future I have in front of me. August 22nd. I choose to be determined, strong, resolute, and unstoppable. I have courage, strength, and conviction. I was born to succeed, and that's exactly what I choose to do. I have what it takes to make my life work, and right now is a great time to prove it. August 23rd. I know that the only thing holding me back from living up to my true potential is nothing more than fear, fear of failure, fear of change, fear of what other people think, fear of the unknown, fear of inadequacy, fear of rejection, or any other fear I have. And I also know that all these fears are false. August 24th. I know that the greater my focus, the greater my results. And the more I practice focusing on one thing at a time, the better I do. August 25th. I'm never afraid to dream. I believe in the best for my future. I dream it, I see it, I prepare for it, I work at it, I create it, and I make it happen. I choose to live up to the best of my dreams, and I choose to make my dreams come true. August 26th. I'm not here by accident, I'm here for a purpose. My number one goal each day is to become the me I was destined to be. August 27th. It's not what I have or how much I can get from the world that counts the most. I measure my success by how much I learn, how much I love, how much I grow, and how much I give. August 28th. I look for ways to improve myself every chance I get. And because I listen, learn, search, study, practice, and apply, I always build, improve, achieve, excel, overcome, and win. August 29th. I have faith. My spirit, my belief, and my personal strength are alive and well within me. So I move ahead believing in the most positive possible outcome and bravely take the next step forward into my incredible future. I have faith, and I am not afraid to live up to my highest calling. August 30th. Who am I? I am the very best of the person I choose to be. What do I want? To reach every goal I set in the most healthy and positive way. Where am I going? Into a future that is filled with the promise of my own possibilities. How do I know? Because that's who I choose to be. August 31st. Each day I look at myself in the mirror, smile, nod my head a yes, and tell myself the self-talk that says, I choose to make today an incredible day in every way. And then, in everything I think and everything I do, I create it, I live it, and I make it happen. September 1st. Today I choose to be at my best and make my day work in every positive way. Today I'm completely in touch with who I am, what I want, and where I'm going. Today is a day I move my life forward. I know what I want to accomplish, I take action, I go for it, and I get it done. September 2nd. Almost any problem I think I face right now is not really a problem at all. Because I choose to deal with it, in not too long it will be gone, in time, it will be forgotten. The moment I realize that, my life gets better. September 3rd. I never complain needlessly. It doesn't help, so I don't do it. I'm glad to be here, and I'm busy making my life work. Instead of complaining, I choose to look for the best, think of the good, turn the negative into the positive, and add more energy and life to my day. September 4th. My personal growth is important to me. I believe in doing everything I need to do to improve myself and make my life better. I choose to learn more, see farther, work smarter, rise higher, and achieve my best in every important area of my life. September 5th. If I want to make something of myself, it's up to me. It's not other people's doubts that count, it's my belief in me. It's not the challenges I face each day, it's my determination to overcome them. It's not the lack of opportunities in front of me, it's my willingness to find them. My success is not up to the world around me or up to someone else, my success is up to me. September 6th. I choose to surround myself with success. I spend time with positive people who believe in me. I read books that enlighten me. I fill my life with messages that inspire me. I write, read, and reread goals that motivate me. I know I will become the person who is a reflection of the world I allow to surround me most. And I choose to surround myself with success. September 7th. I help people win. I choose to help, support, trust, encourage, and have faith in others. I believe in them, and I let them know it. Because I look for the best in others, I always find it. And because I do, they get even better. September 8th. I choose, forever, to remove the fear that I might not measure up to someone else. I never measure my life by the expectations of others. I live my life based on my own positive expectations to live each day in the very best way. And every day, I measure up to me. September 9th. I take care of the things that matter most. I never ignore what needs my attention. Instead of worrying about the unimportant details of life, I focus my attention on the things that count. September 10th. I am always attentive and considerate of others. But I make sure I notice, pay special attention to, listen fully, understand, appreciate, respect, and respond clearly, sincerely, and with my heart to those I love and care about most. September 11th. There is no problem I cannot conquer, there is no challenge I cannot overcome. I have been given every talent and ability I need to succeed in anything I choose to achieve. If I want to do it, I can do it. And if I want to make it happen in my life, making it happen is up to me. September 12th. I know that the real secret to my success gets down to my perseverance, my undying persistence, and my absolute determination to reach my goal. So I start, I stay with it, and I keep going. And because I will not give up, I reach the goal. That's how I think, that's how I live, and that's how I win. September 13th. Each day is another chance for me to restart my life with promise, opportunity, and unlimited potential. No matter where I've been until now, I have the most important part of my life in front of me, and I'm just now getting started. September 14th. My greatest joy comes to me from creating happiness and well-being in the lives of others. In anything I want to achieve, it's not just me that counts, it's how my life and what I do affect the lives of others. September 15th. I have spirit, I have faith, and I am blessed in so many ways. I am filled with life, full of hope, and determined to live up to my greatest potential. September 16th. Instead of just receiving, I choose to give. Instead of just giving, I choose to help. Instead of just helping, I choose to support. And instead of just supporting, I choose to believe. September 17th. Today I choose to be strong, confident, sure of myself, and unafraid. I know what I'm going for. I have an incredible attitude. I know I can do it, get past the negatives, focus everything I do on the most positive outcome, and do it. September 18th. If I had one day, one time, one moment to live up to my best, take action, get things done, move forward, and excel, I would do it. And as soon as I think the thought, I know the truth, today is the day, this is the time, and right now is the moment. September 19th. Each new day is a chance for me to live up to my dreams. What I want to do, I can do. What I want to achieve, I can achieve. And who I want to become, I can become. I choose to dream my dreams, set my goals, work hard, and make my dreams come true. That's what I choose to do with each new day. September 20th. I know that the secret to unlocking the doorway to my most positive future is my own self-talk and every thought I think each day. So I make sure that the messages I give to myself are filled with self-belief, self-confidence, determination to succeed, and an absolute certainty that the best is yet to come. September 21st. There is nothing that is possible that I cannot accomplish when I put my mind to it and decide to do it. I am living a life of unlimited possibilities. And all I have to do is decide what I want to achieve, put myself into action, take the first step, then keep moving, and refuse to give up. That's how dreams come true. September 22nd. It is my right to raise myself up, to get better, and to improve myself in every way I can. People who refuse to grow do little for themselves and less for the world around them. People who improve their lives in positive ways make the world better for everyone. September 23rd. I can't wait to go for it. Just imagine what I can do, my plans, my goals, my future, anything I choose, creating my freedom, sharing with others, working hard, getting things done, and feeling good about myself. I can't wait to make things happen. So today, I'm not waiting. Today I'm going for it. September 24th. I practice seeing myself as I most want to be. I see myself doing what I truly want to do. I see myself being healthy and in great shape. I see myself accomplishing great things. I see myself being at peace and happy with my life. The more I see myself that way, the more I create what I see. September 25th. I make good choices. I choose to be healthy and fit. I choose the right friends. I choose what I do with my time. I choose my goals, and I choose my direction. And I choose to do my best each day. I choose my attitude, I choose my self-talk, and I choose how I think. Today and every day, I make good choices. September 26th. I choose to make today a special day. My life is on target. I have a goal, I know what to do, I'm taking action, and I'm doing everything it takes to reach my goal. Today I use the self-talk that says, I'm on top, in tune, in touch, and going for it. September 27th. I was born with unlimited potential, so I choose to learn and continue to grow. I choose to live up to my unlimited promise. I choose to become the me I was intended to be. September 28th. My life is good. The moment I think about it, I realize how true that is. I'm here, I'm alive, and I have unlimited possibilities in front of me. Every day I'm here is a blessing and an opportunity to live up to my best. Once again, starting today, my whole life is in front of me, and I know that my life is good. September 29th. My attitude is always up to me. Whenever I feel down, I choose to change my attitude and get myself feeling up again. No matter what's happening in my life, I choose to think up, be positive, feel confident, and believe in the bright promise of my future. When I choose to have a winning attitude, my whole world changes for the better. September 30th. I choose not to worry or fear anything that tomorrow brings. I am strong, I am capable, and I am confident in my ability to anticipate, make plans, take the right action, and deal with anything that comes my way. I choose to believe in the best, and when I do, the best is what I get. October 1st. I know that true success in anything I do will always come to me in direct proportion to my value and service to others. I treat others well in every way, and life does the same for me. October 2nd. I choose to believe. Along with my spiritual beliefs and the faith I have in the promise of the future, the one belief that will always direct my life for the better is the belief I have in myself. When it comes to seeing the best in myself, I choose to believe. October 3rd. Today I choose to make my life work right. What I don't like, I change. What I can't change, I deal with and find a way to turn it into a positive. What I do like, I focus on, give it energy, and create more of it. Today I make the choice to make my day an incredible day in every way. October 4th. It's my turn to stand, my time to shine. It's time to do what I came here to do and become the person I was destined to be. So I gather my courage, fortify my strength, and step forward with enthusiasm into my incredible future. October 5th. I have great value. I have exceptional worth. I have many positive qualities. I have a reason for being and purpose in my life. I count, and I make a difference. That's me. That's what I choose to accept. And that's how I choose to be. October 6th. Every day I learn something that helps me grow. I know that just one idea, one good thought, one possibility that comes my way can change my life for the better. So each day I look for every new idea and every positive thought that will help me become the winning person I have chosen to be. October 7th. Who am I, and what can I do? I am a non-stop, go for it, confident, upbeat, positive, self-believing, super-achieving, always caring, dream-sharing, uplifting, forward-thinking, future-building, life-embracing, success-creating go-getter with unlimited potential and endless opportunities in front of me. That's who I am, and just watch what I can do. October 8th. Changing my day for the better by thinking right, thinking up, and choosing to succeed always works best with practice. So I practice looking at my life each day in the most positive possible way. The more I practice, the better I get, and the more successful days I create. October 9th. I don't complain, I fix it. I don't regret, I build. I don't fear, I get strong. I don't wait, I take action. And I don't stop, I begin. October 10th. How do I make my life work? I care about others, I believe in myself, I make sure my attitude is always up, I believe in the future, I set clear goals, I'm willing to work for what I want, I always have faith, and at the end of each day, I always know what I want to accomplish tomorrow. October 11th. I take the time to rest, relax, unwind, recharge, regroup, reassess, rethink, reset, and recommit. Then I refocus my thoughts, redouble my energy, put myself into action, hit the ground running, and go for my goal. October 12th. I'm so blessed in so many ways. I see the morning sun. I see the people I care about. I see the day with its endless opportunities. I see all the chances I'm given to live up to my best. And every day I remember the words, I am so blessed in so many ways. October 13th. I practice being mindful of my own thoughts by consciously asking myself the question, why did I just think that thought? Practicing being mindful of my thoughts puts me in control of my own self-talk and my positive direction in life. October 14th. Today is the day I decide to go for it. Today is the day I set the goal. Today is the day I make the choice to make it happen. Today is the day I put myself into action. Today is the day I do it. October 15th. When I have doubts, when I'm unsure about what to do next, I always remember to focus on my goal. I review the steps I need to take, make the choice to take action, believe I can do it, and take the next step. October 16th. I choose freedom, freedom of thought, freedom of vision, freedom of purpose, and freedom of my dreams. With an unlimited mind, my unstoppable spirit, a willingness to work for what I want, and the determination to stay with it, I know that I can achieve anything I choose. October 17th. I practice being alert and aware. I notice everything and appreciate even the smallest details that make up every moment. I see the colors, hear the sounds, and look for all the interesting details that make up this moment of my life. The more I do this, the more alive I become. October 18th. I choose to be in control of my emotions, especially the negative emotions of anger, hurt, guilt, blame, and fear. I choose instead to practice happiness, understanding, acceptance, confidence, and joy. And what I practice is what I live. October 19th. I live today for today. I learn from yesterday, and I prepare for tomorrow, but today I focus on today, and I make every moment count. Now is the time, this is the moment, and today is the day. Today is the day that counts. October 20th. To learn the habit of setting goals, I start with a small goal. I write it down. I set the date, list the obstacles, write the action steps, and start with the first step. Then I stay with it and reach the goal. October 21st. It's not where I came from, what I have done, what I have or don't have, the difficulties of my past, or what I missed out on that counts the most. The one thing that counts the most is the attitude I choose to have right now and what I choose to do next. October 22nd. I am good at not arguing when there can be no positive result. I'm smart, and I'm mindful of my thoughts, but I also consider the other person's point of view. Instead of arguing, I listen, state my position or keep quiet, and make the choice to move on to more positive things. October 23rd. I have decided to be my number one believer. I know that people who make the choice to believe in themselves always do better than those who don't. So every day I choose to believe in myself and work at improving myself in some way. Each day I do this is a day that works. October 24th. Every great book and every wise person who speaks of success tells me that my success will always come down to how much I believe in myself. If that's true, and I believe that it is, then my success in this life and in this moment is truly up to me. October 25th. I know that people who have little belief in the future see life as difficult, filled with problems, without opportunity, and nowhere to go. But because I practice believing in myself and in my future, I know that my life is full of opportunities, I can achieve anything I choose, and I have everywhere to go. October 26th. I remember the dreams I had of who I wanted to be and the things I wanted to do with my life. No matter how much time has passed or what has happened between then and now, I still choose to have my dreams, and I choose to bring my dreams to life. October 27th. Today is another good day to practice patience. I have patience. I know that having patience is essential to success and an important quality in my life. I practice patience every day in the smallest things and in the biggest things, every chance I get. October 28th. I do well because I know what I want. I have a plan to follow. I know the steps to take. I take action. And I do every positive thing I need to do to get me there. Because I know what I want, follow my plan, and stay with it, I always reach my goal. October 29th. I am grateful for all the good in my life, and I show it every day. I know that the more I expect, accept, and recognize the good that comes to me, the more good I create. October 30th. It isn't only what I dream about that counts. If I want to make something happen, I also set a real goal. I write it down. I identify the obstacles, write out the action steps, and get started. My dreams count, but it's the goals I write down and take action on that make them happen. October 31st. This is the time, this is the place, and now is the moment. Today I choose to reset the goal, have the vision to see it, the faith to believe it, and the determination to achieve it. November 1st. I know that no matter what the problem is, there is always a solution. No matter what obstacle I may be facing, I choose to look for the solution, find the answer, decide what I need to do next, take the first step, and deal with it. November 2nd. Some things I don't do, I don't wait for someone else to tell me what to do. I don't complain. I don't stop when things get tough. I don't let the rest of the world decide my future for me. I don't believe that everyone else knows best. I don't live for the approval of someone else. I don't fear being different. I don't wait for anyone to motivate me to take action. I don't believe in negative thinking. And I don't ever listen to the negative opinions of others. November 3rd. I know that there are unlimited opportunities in front of me. I have more possibilities in my life right now than I can even imagine. So today I look for the positive, keep an open mind, expect the best, and get ready for incredible things to come. November 4th. I've got it. I have the goal, I have the opportunity, I have the tools, I have the reason, and I have belief from others and trust in myself. So I choose, right now, to go for it and make it work. November 5th. I choose to spend my time with people who believe in me, people who trust me, people who believe in my goals, people who support me in reaching my dreams, people who accept me for who I am, people who encourage me instead of criticizing me, people who see my true potential, people who build me up, even when things are down, and people who care about me as I care about them. Today and every day, those are the people I choose to have in my life. November 6th. I never let the world outside of me have more importance than the world that lives within me. I know that my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own direction, and my own steps will always be as important to me as the world I live in every day. November 7th. I stand up for myself. I know who I am, I know what I want, I know what I believe in, and I refuse to let anyone else tell me how I should live my life or do my breathing for me. I care about others, but I live my own life, and I stand up for myself. November 8th. I often take the time to pause, think about who I am and the path I follow, and ask myself if I am doing what I was meant to do. Then I get a clear picture of where I choose to go next, adjust my course, and take the next step forward. November 9th. Some of the qualities I admire most are a great attitude, compassion for others, self-confidence, positive goals, belief in the future, a willingness to work, patience, and determination to succeed. Those are qualities I admire in others. Those are qualities that create success. And those are qualities I'm building in me. November 10th. I never speak just because it's a habit, just to be talking, or just to be heard. I make sure that when I speak, what I say is thoughtful, worthwhile, and genuinely contributes to what is being said. November 11th. I decide what I want, set a goal, work for it, and reach it. I give to others while I take care of myself. I live each day with joy and purpose. I work at becoming the incredible person I was born to be. And I create a life that works. November 12th. I know that procrastination is a habit, and so is getting things done. So I choose to create the clear, positive habit of doing what I need to do and getting things done on time and in the right way. November 13th. I never belittle or criticize others. I know that it takes exactly the same amount of time to build someone up as it does to tear them down. So instead of putting someone down, I build them up. Instead of adding to their doubts about themselves, I focus on the qualities they have that will help them live up to their best. November 14th. I don't tell other people how to live their lives. I only offer my opinion when I'm asked for it, and even then, I give it carefully and positively. November 15th. I know that what I believe about anything is always based on the programs I have stored in my mind. I make sure that the programs I have are positive, show me my best, and always lead me in the right direction. November 16th. I find time to listen in the stillness. I listen carefully to the whispers of my soul. I listen to the quiet voice deep within me that believes in me and helps me walk along my path. And when I listen, it is clear to me that my life has a reason, with great value and purpose, and I am not alone. November 17th. I never make fun of anyone for any reason. I am caring, considerate, and understanding, and everything I do or say is a reflection of my respectful and positive regard for others. November 18th. I never listen to gossip, spread rumors, or spend my time questioning the lives of others. I have my own gardens to tend to, and I stay too busy working on myself and what I need to do about me to spend a moment of my time worrying about someone else. November 19th. I never create problems with others. I always find ways to create calm and understanding. I never let hurt, controversy, or uncontrolled emotions become a habit in my life. I choose instead to create the habit of a positive, understanding attitude and a peaceful, centered sense of self. November 20th. I make sure that I add my own intention to anything I want to create in my life. I know that intention adds energy to my thoughts, and the more positive intention I bring to anything, the better I will do. November 21st. I know that the right physical activity not only adds to my physical well-being, but also to my mental strength as well. I make sure I am physically active, and I do everything I need to do to keep myself in the best physical condition. And that helps me feel better and think better. November 22nd. If there was ever a time for me to live up to my best, this is it. I am smart, capable, determined, full of ideas, filled with enthusiasm, and ready to make it work. So I have made the choice to reset my goals, believe in myself, expect the best possible outcome, get started now, and go for it. November 23rd. I measure my success in life not in material achievements, but in the number of lives I affect in a positive way. When I help even one person do better, I'm also helping many others around them, whom I may never know or see. My life always has greater value and worth when I help another life work better. November 24th. One of the most important choices I make is the choice not to fear. Instead of being fearful, hesitant, self-doubting, or uncertain, I choose to be confident, determined, self-assured, and unafraid. I know that strength is a state of mind, and I choose to be strong. November 25th. When I talk about myself at any time, I always speak in the positive. That's not being self-centered, self-serving, or egotistical in any way. That's me defining myself as I truly choose to be. The more I speak the best of myself, the more I wire it into my brain, and the more I create it in my life. November 26th. When I wonder if I can, I think of all those who did. When I think I could fail, I think of all those who tried. And when I wonder if I should, I think of all those who never had the chance. November 27th. Expressing myself carefully and well is important to me. When I speak, I always make sure that what I have to say is something worth listening to. November 28th. I can change how I feel, the direction of my day, how well I deal with anything that happens, what bothers me and what doesn't, how positive I am, how much enthusiasm I have, and how much I will accomplish today. All of that I can change. November 29th. I am thankful for today. I am grateful for so much, and I remember to appreciate it and show it every day. I know that the more I count my blessings and recognize the good that comes to me, the more of it I create in my life. November 30th. To keep me mindful of my higher calling, I ask myself the questions: who am I? Why am I here? What is my task, and am I getting it done? In the answers I give, I find the best of myself. December 1st. Every day I make sure I laugh often, feel good, do something creative, find a way to play, have fun, feel the joy, and keep the child in me alive and well. December 2nd. I choose to never live my life based on the negative opinions of others. December 3rd. The most important asset I have is my attitude. With a simple, self-directed change of mind, I can instantly alter how good or bad I feel, the direction of my day and how it will go for me, how well I will deal with anything that happens, what bothers me and what doesn't, how thankful I am, how much enthusiasm I have, and how other people will see me. And all of that will come from my attitude. December 4th. When I make a mistake, I ask myself what I have learned, tell myself what I will do differently next time, and thank the mistake for giving me the opportunity to grow. December 5th. I forgive myself. No matter how much I've stumbled or the mistakes I've made, I forgive myself. It is when I learn to forgive myself that I truly begin to love myself. So today, and every day, I forgive myself. December 6th. I never blame others for my missteps. I take responsibility for everything I do. When I've made a mistake, I accept it, I learn from it, and I know I will do better the next chance I get. December 7th. I'm a great listener. When someone is talking to me, I focus, pay attention, make eye contact, and instead of thinking about what I'm going to say next, I listen to their words and the meaning beyond their words. When I speak well. But when I listen. December 8th. Before I expect something from anyone else, I first expect something from myself. I choose to give first and expect last. December 9th. It isn't life's problems that count the most. It's how I choose to deal with them that counts. Problems may be challenges, but I choose to deal with each of them in the most positive possible way. I'm glad to be here, and problems are not a problem for me. December 10th. Today I choose to look for the positive, practice smiling, do something healthy, learn something new, take some time for myself, and do something for someone else. December 11th. If I can do it for others, I can do it for me. I take time for others, but I also take time for myself. I listen to what others have to say, but I also listen just as attentively to what I have to say. I care about others, but I always remember to show myself that I truly care about me. I believe in others and let them know it, but I make sure to let myself know that I also believe in me. December 12th. In anything I do, I choose to create benefits for others. I win most when others win too. December 13th. If there's something that's holding me back, I don't just wait for it to go away. I figure out what it is, I take action, and I deal with it. December 14th. Today I am unstoppable. I have my goal, I know what to do, and today I choose to do it. I am strong, upbeat, capable, clear thinking, determined, smart, sure of myself, thinking positive, heading for the future, full of energy, filled with enthusiasm, ready to win, excited about my life, and ready to make it work. December 15th. I know that life is incredibly good and filled with endless opportunities. So every day I look for the good, choose the best, and do every positive thing it takes to reach my goal. My success in anything I do is not an accident, it is a choice. December 16th. I make sure I keep my balance and perspective. When things don't go my way, I let myself know that I can deal with this, I will get past this, and tomorrow is another day. December 17th. Who says I can't do it? Who says I can't reach my goal? Who says I don't get to live my dreams? If you want to know who I really am, just watch me. I reach my goals. I live up to my dreams, and I make them come true. That's who I am, and that's what I do. December 18th. Okay world, get ready. I'm here, I'm prepared, I'm filled with energy and enthusiasm, and I'm going for it. You might as well be on my side and help me get there, because with you or without you, I've made the positive choice to win. December 19th. I never let any of my limitations stop me or hold me back. I know that I have the ability to reach any goal I set, and there is no limitation that can stand in the way of my success. After all, I created my limitations in the first place, and I can let them go. December 20th. By creating the dream in my mind, I make it happen in my life. I follow the simple steps of dream, goal, plan, action, perseverance, and achievement. That's the way success works. That's the way I choose to make my life work. December 21st. The more times I think the thought, the more I program the message in my mind, and the more I create it in my life. So I always think and repeat good, healthy, positive thoughts. December 22nd. In the midst of my dream, I remember my goal. In the midst of my goal, I remember my plan. In the midst of my plan, I remember my task. In the midst of my task, I remember my day. In the midst of my day, I remember the moment. And in the midst of the moment, I remember my dream. December 23rd. If I were a pauper with no gift to give, if I were someone with nothing to share, if I were a person with no way to help, I would give others the words that make life better in so many ways. Giving words like hope, peace, caring, understanding, trust, faith, promise, belief, and love are gifts I choose to give every day. December 24th. When I ask myself the question, what am I doing with my life today? I always know the answer. I am thinking up, being certain of who I am, sure of what I want, helping others, reaching my goals, and doing everything I need to do to make life work today, especially. December 25th. I choose to create balance in my life. Along with my goals and my determination to take action and make each day count, I also practice having patience, staying calm, creating serenity and peace of mind, and making my day a quality day in every way. December 26th. I am creative. My only limits are those I accept for myself. When I think positive and possible. When I dream fearlessly beyond. And when I do those things that make my ideas come to life. I am creative, and I love creating good things. December 27th. I am responsible for my place, my choices, and my direction in life. I know that what I make of myself and what I make of my life is up to me. So I set my course, I make good choices, I follow my path, and I take personal responsibility for every step I take along the way. December 28th. The attitude I choose to have, day after day, will do more for me than anything else that happens each day. How I look at my life right now, today, and how I feel about it is entirely up to my attitude, and my attitude is entirely up to me. December 29th. It's not what I fear, it's what I have the courage to face. It's not what I've missed, it's what I have the vision to see. It's not what I cannot do, it's what I'm willing to achieve. It's not who I'm not, it's who I choose to be. December 30th. Instead of making New Year's resolutions, I set clear, specific goals. I write each goal down on paper, along with the date I intend to reach it. I list the obstacles to reaching the goal. I then write the action steps I'll take to deal with each obstacle. I take action on each step. I review my goals for 5 minutes every morning. And I reach my goals. December 31st. It's great to feel that I have done well for myself. But I make sure I have also done well in adding to the lives of others, and always in a positive way.